So happy Monday, folks. We're starting our Mondays off now with...
It's not just any Monday.
It's not just any Monday.
It's Malone Monday.
Malone Mondays. So now, every Monday, we will be working on this 55 Chevy right here.
Which we've worked on it already some. Which we lost footage. That's the way it goes.
It happens.
We put floor pans in it already. This is a used floor pan, but it was a pretty good one. We still got a couple little places to fix in it.
Yeah, it looks like a starry sky right through there. But
this was a rough one. Everybody who's talking crap about our rough Camaros. We put a new trunk pan in this, new floor pan in this. This car was about gone. Nobody else would have worked on it, but we do. This was hit here. It smashed into about here. You can still see the wrinkles. I've got to run the slapper on it and get it smooth. Got to get this dent out. Of course, this is getting radiused because this will be a 2-lane blacktop clone. Mr. Malone wants a clone. Anyway, we're gonna replace this rocker panel today, or get it tacked in there, so where we can replace the other rocker panel, so we can mock up the doors and the trunk lid, make sure everything that's on the bottom side of the car is solid, and it'll hold the doors with good gaps, hold the trunk lid with good gaps. Made this piece because, well, this was gone, and it's gonna replace here, obviously. Once I get the rocker in it, I'll be able to run a straight line down it and make sure all this is, because right now it's pretty floppy still. But that's why we have all this bracing in, to hold the post in the right places, hold the car front to back and everything. We won't take that back out until everything's welded solid. And we'll set it on the frame and make sure everything lines up. But she'll make a car, believe it or not. I don't give up. Noah doesn't give up. And we're gonna surprise you with this old girl.
oh yeah. You're thinking this is too far gone, you would just take it to the junkyard?
Call us.
Call us. Just give us a call. Take it to our junkyard.
Yeah, we might show up somewhere and like beat you at a car show with it.
This is how you safely lift up a...
You gotta get a color jack there and leave it all like that. What do you do? Chisel. Tacked it to the new thing back there. Couple places. That was there while I was doing it.
Thing works awesome, doesn't it?
It works pretty good when you hold your mouth right. It gets loose. Man, aggravating thing. A lot of rust. About got it.
If that thing will cooperate.
This can cooperate.
It doesn't have a...
Now there's the upper piece of it is still in here. We gotta take loose from the door post, but I think it'll come out of there fairly easy. Should. Once we get everything where it's gotta be. This is not far out enough. It's been hit, so it's twisted right there at the bottom.
This has a little lip right here that's...
Yeah.
Right here.
We're gonna maneuver that. So, but we'll have to get all this clean so that it welds good. And I gotta do some whipping on this.
Get it in the right spot for you to actually tack it in there.
And we'll take a look at the other side where my 55 and compare how much it's got to come out and take some measurements.
Yeah.
The welder, the straight edge, measuring tape, a couple more hammers, some dollies, and some prayers. Back, so front to back, figure all that's supposed to be in the right place. So I'm lining this up down this firewall piece and measuring to the back of that hole. It measures 3 1/4. 3 1/4. But this guy has to be up in here to where it's flush with the floor, and this face has to touch here. Yeah. So she's got to go up just a little bit, almost to where this is touching here, for it to be right, which is pretty dang close right there. I'm gonna tack it and then we're gonna measure some places, but my torch is trying to be a pain. Pretty good right there. You find a place to measure up and down. It's nice and flush.
Consider it clamped.
It's clamped. All right. I'm going to double check my front to back somehow or another.
Shit, you got a white front to back.
Yeah. Definitely please everybody. White front to back.
The guy who put all that fiberglass on that Camaro, he probably wipes back to front.
He definitely does. I'm sorry, buddy. Mama taught you wrong. This door opener is actually mighty nice. We got a pretty nice line here, all the way around it.
All the way around, we got a good line.
Yeah, so if we can make the other door opening the same, then we're working with Crisco. I'm guessing I can. You want to hold that right there? Man, it's a good, nice, round 44 inches straight up and down to the outside corner of that rocker.
You think they made that like that on purpose?
I don't know. You think somebody else has ever measured it like this? It's all the way to the back, 44.
I would not doubt it.
Wait, no, that's not 44. Back here. Once it started.
You got it on the wrong lip.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. That's 44. That's 44.
Yeah, they had to have measured it like that from factory to make
That's
sure that their
44.
bodies were straight.
All of that's 44. 44 inches dead up. 44 is the same place on the rocker. I'm going by that lip, the farthest point out. I know that's not exactly a straight place, but we're working with body panels here, and I don't think I can get that very wrong. Plus, we're just tacking it in like 6 or 7 places. We're gonna hang the door, make sure it's perfect before we weld her up. The floor pan is not welded completely up either. Honestly, I would probably have about 4 hours of tacking everything in place for it to be solid again. So we're just getting it all tacked together so we can measure and make sure all the panels fit in correctly. We want a really nice car out of this, even though it didn't start out that way. When we replace panels, we try and weld them in the way the factory would.
Yeah.
So like once I get this tacked in a couple of corners and stuff, then I'll drill all the holes all the way through, because then I can Rosetta all the places up and it'll be like a brand new, well, not a brand new 55, but
It'll be installed like it was with factory.
exactly. It's a tweak. It's a tweak in it. That's where it's attached, and it's come loose here
Yeah.
because it was hit here, obviously, and tweaked the body in right there. But with strategic welding and hitting it in the right places, it'll go right back where it was.
Right.
But we're obviously too narrow here in the body, and we're gonna have to fix that. So I'll tack this, that way it holds it up where it goes. We're gonna have to tack the bottom in a few places down through here, and I'll clamp it so it's nice and tight like factory. But pretty big on trying to make it nice. We don't want to just make a junk pile. Look at that. Perfect. And see, that came in more
Yeah.
and made it line up better right there.
I bet you get this dent out of it right here, and that
It'll
brings it right where it needs to be.
Yeah, and what we just did will make it easier to take that dent out. So,
Yeah, because now it's pushing more on it.
well, it's making it more like the shape it's supposed to be. You gotta look at this one.
Gotta look at this one.
Yeah.
Can't weld this one with your eyes closed.
No blindfold welding here. Good
Yeah.
for you too. Hey, we know some folks that their springs fell off, man.
The springs fell off a long time ago. Here, cleanse it.
For good luck. See, that'll end up straight. And then this piece doesn't have a block in it because we know without a doubt that we're gonna have to reach up under there and make that straight, that line straight. Line, 5/8. 5/8.
Sometimes they're real hard to take off.
Yeah, it depends on what you jerk them through.
It ain't nothing like a fist full of cash or a blitz full of the hash that twists like a mustache from end to end, spread it like a rash from talking through your Walkman or at your disco bash. Give me the Tim's Rumpelstiltskin brown, a metal face mask with the built-in frown, a mic to tilt down 100,000 pounds, and see how kilts sound like spilt milk, clown. Cocoa butter on a very ashy day, fam. Ray-Bans out on the islands of Cayman. Or I break it down for the layman. Band-Aid Soleil for the Central Case. And a can of old gold, too cold to hold, slow your roll. Keep on moving like soul to soul, hold the dough. Like a fool stole pity, y'all, for trying to go up against City Hall titty ball. The black mic is like a red violin. Okay, everybody back to the lab, try again. Rap game like Leviathan, leave bad taste, killing my high like niacin. Stop kidding, middlemen need Ritalin. Hit me with the full tin and gin and I'm a kid again. Keep the bong lighting straight through the songwriting. The supervillain, aka the thong biting, is inviting all to the reciting that's dope and raw. Hoping all y'all come in peace and it's open bar. Tear the roof off this bum barrage clock by the end of the night. Spaz like shot spot. I spilt a shot, made the pen lines runny. A ill plot to 10 times Ben Stein money. Funny how he ripped the scripts with a straight face, with more rhymes than his lines in your database. Placing rappers in endangerment who's reckless with this food for thought, sorta like breakfast. You could mark it off as wreck on the checklist. Wear gold fronts, can't afford no necklace. Should that 10 could go to help build them daycares? Somebody say yeah, pay your fears. Get the herbalizers their shares, y'all can pay doom and beers.
Came to the shores of America, the sky that's a pillar, the alpha and omega, the home of the beggars, the black settlers, who've been beaten, raped, lynched, robbed, and stoned, and called upon the earth for service that they couldn't maintain at home. This dates back to 1555, when they captured the first tribe of men, and piled them in a pen, 50 feet high.
Alright, so after welding it all up, we haven't welded all that yet. Nice seam there. It's getting pretty.
Yeah.
This is all nice and patched up now.
We're gonna try and metal finish as much of this as we can without using body filler. I know that sounds crazy. I know that I can't, obviously we'll have to wipe this, but we're gonna do it slowly, not warp it, and this, I've got to make the bottom side here, but I left this open on purpose because this is such a long line to have to weld. I want to be able to hammer it as I weld it to make sure that this body panel stays straight, because it's already got a little place in it right there that we're going to have to negotiate before we start welding it. But I think we can make this thing perfect. Get this welded up and straight, metal finished as I can. Then I'll make this bottom piece and roll it under, weld this, because this will be a corner, it'll be easier to weld that length without it warping because it's actually making structure there. And then we'll have this side of the car pretty close, or at least we'll have it close enough that we can radius this, but we'll do the other side of the car first. So here we are. Happy Malone Monday. Casey Malone says like and subscribe.